Hello and thanks for tuning in. It's just 5 minutes until the start of the presentation of the British Book Awards 2020. Just 5 minutes. Just 60 seconds to go now before we reveal this year's winners in the British Book Awards 2020. So get ready.
Hello, I'm Lauren Laverne. Welcome to the British Book Awards 2020. Now, as we can't all be together tonight as planned, I wanted to pop up and say hello and of course wish the very best of luck to everybody on the shortlist tonight. I hope that you're all keeping well and sitting comfortably with either a cup of tea or even better, something sparkling and delicious in hand, and that you're ready to celebrate the incredible creative talent on the shortlist this year. I'm going to hand you over to the wonderful Alan Dedicoat, the voice of the British Book Awards, who will be taking you through the shortlist tonight. Hello, Alan. How's lockdown?
Oh, it's been an interesting 3 months, Lauren, hasn't it? But a great time to get some reading done. Tonight, we have the best books, the best people, the best ideas, and the best publishers and retailers in contention in the British Book Awards 2020. To start proceedings, here's the Chief Executive of the bookseller, Nigel Roby.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Nibbies, the British Book Awards brought to you by the bookseller, now 30 years on from its 1990 beginnings. For a while this afternoon we can step back from COVID turmoil and celebrate our brilliant writers, bookshops and publishers. Thanks to all our judges, partners, to the sponsors of our individual awards and to our associate sponsors, London Book Fair, Monty Grappa, Audible, Overdrive, HarperCollins, the PLS and the CLA. Switching from a Grosvenor House bash, hence all of this get-up, to a virtual event has been a huge challenge. We couldn't have done it without your enduring support. We're in two halves. First off, bookshops and publishers. Then a break over on Twitter with surprises for you. The Nibbies cocktail, Nibbies drawing for our younger viewers, Nibbies dress advice, cooking and more. Whatever you do, share it via #Nibbies. Then it's the author, illustrator and books of the year. You are all invited. Let's crack on. It's over to Alan Dedicoat for our first award.
We start the Trade Awards with Marketing Strategy of the Year, sponsored by global market information and measurement business Nielsen Book. The 9 nominations here propelled new releases and authors into the spotlight, using innovative creative strategies to create a fantastic buzz and sustain sales. From these, one was highly commended by the judges for what they called a wide-ranging and successful campaign on a modest budget. Congratulations go to Scottish Book Trust for Book Week Scotland 2019. And here to reveal the winner, 2 authors who won a Book of the Year non-fiction lifestyle Nibbie last year for their first book, Bosch, which has now sold 250,000 copies. Their newest book, Speedy Bosch, published by HQ, comes out in September.
Hey everyone, I'm Henry.
I'm Ian.
And we are Bosch. We were lucky enough to win some awards at last year's Nibbies. So we're honoured, proper honoured, to be presenting the first 2 awards at this year's Nibbies.
We're so honoured, in fact, we've made the effort. Check out the outfits. Hey! Oh my goodness.
We've got the proper news presenter trick. We've got our shorts on, got our tuxes on. Well, what more could you ask?
I'll tell you what more we can ask for.
What's that?
A big shiny envelope.
Oh my goodness.
Do you want to do the honours?
Absolutely. So this is for Marketing Strategy of the Year.
So the winner of the Marketing Strategy of the Year for the British Book Awards 2020 is
Bluebirds.
Jodie Mullish,
Andy Joannou
Will Upcott
and Alex Ellis
for Pinch
of Nom.
Pinch of Nom. Well done, guys.
Well done. It had to be. We're so happy for you.
Well done.
Oh wow. Oh, that's so exciting. Amazing. Thank you so much. We are so excited and pleased to win this award. We thought so carefully about all the different elements of the marketing campaign, so it's so great to see it recognised. It was a massive team effort, mainly working with the brilliant Nom team, with the authors Kay and Kate, with Laura and Sophie, and the wider team, with the brilliant agent Claire Hulton, who has just been such a dream to work with. Plus, in-house at Pan Mac and Bluebird, we felt like we really came together on shared goals. Carol Tonkinson, the publisher, Breed Enright, the sales director, freelance publicist Becky Anderson, who did the PR for the first book, and Jess Duffy, who's now looks after the brand for us in-house, plus all the digital comms team, but especially Andy and Alex and Will, who did such a great job running the day-to-day digital marketing campaigns for this book. And what Nom have done is just create such a brilliant reader-first, fan-first strategy. And it was because they had that we were able to put in place such a successful campaign. Thank you. Thank you so much from all of us.
Thanks, Jodie. Congratulations to our winning British Book Award for Marketing Strategy of the Year, Bluebird, for A Pinch of Nom. And thanks to Nielsen Book. Next up, we have Publicity Campaign of the Year in association with the Publishers Publicity Circle. Beyond their impact on sales, these 6 campaigns made vital contributions to national conversations in 2019. Again, we have a high commendation for a brilliantly executed campaign from a clear-sighted publicist that left no stone unturned. It's congratulations to Lucy Cuthbertson-Twiggs from Chatto & Windus for Invisible Women. And now it's back to Henry Firth and Ian Thiesby.
It's a massive shame that we can't all be in the same room tonight, but I think it's important we all have a drink tonight, digitally.
And say cheers to one another, stay safe, stay well, and without further ado, let's get on to the next award.
Now, the next award is for Publicity Campaign of the Year, and the winner resides in this envelope.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait.
Shall we?
Get it opened.
Right, we're going to open it here. Oh. And the winner of the Publicity Campaign Award is...
Chatto & Windus,
Fran Owen,
Mari Yamazaki,
Alison Davis,
for The Testaments.
Well done, guys. You should be very proud. You smashed it.
Thank you.
Sorry. Oh, thank you. Wow, thank you. Mari, you do it.
Thank you very much for this honour. We were up against some incredible campaigns on the shortlist, so we're particularly thrilled because we were in such great company. Fran and I are a job share, which is quite unusual in publishing, and we are a team, but we got to collaborate with lots of people in this campaign, not just with each other, but with Alison Davis, who is a wonderful publicist, with Margaret herself, Carolina Sutton, the agent, Becky Hardy, the editor, and lots of people across the industry, from our colleagues in the book trade, but also in marketing, in sales, in production and design. We were all part of a team that worked towards this magical moment in September 2019, and it feels like a lifetime ago, and the world is so different now, but we're so grateful that we had the chance to come together and to celebrate this moment. So thank you.
Winner of the British Book Award for Publicity Campaign of the Year, Chatto & Windus's Fran Owen, Mari Yamazaki and Alison Davies. And thanks to Henry Firth and Ian Thiesby, as well as the PPC. The award for Small Press of the Year now, and it's sponsored by CPI Books, delivering innovative marketing and print production solutions to publishers worldwide. The 9 nominations here are all regional winners and share creativity, diversity, and an impact on the market that belies their size. To reveal this winner, here's activist, writer, former elected politician, and self-proclaimed custard connoisseur. He went viral in 2018 for his 10 Commandments poster, and his new book, The Art of Disruption, a manifesto for real change, out in September from 535 Books, shares his story of becoming the youngest ever Lord Mayor of Sheffield, and other stories behind each of these commandments.
Hi everyone, Majid here, author of upcoming book titled The Art of Disruption, a manifesto for real change. Party poppers ready? The Small Press of the Year winner is Jacaranda.
This is amazing. Thank you. This is fantastic, though. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Yay! I don't want to do the American thing and start crying, but it's like when you are just like, you know, you just shoulder to the wheel. That's what it's like at Jacaranda. It really is. So this is just amazing. This is like such a brilliant way to just show us, acknowledge our work. And I just can't thank you enough. Seriously, I can't thank you enough. It's awesome.
Thanks, Valerie. Winner of the British Book Award for Small Press of the Year, Jacaranda. And thanks to CPI Books and Majid, who looks to be the life and soul. Next, the world of academic, educational and professional publishing, sponsored by leading pre-press production specialists Westchester Education Services. The 6 nominations here are all responding well to tough market conditions and showed how the UK still sets the global standards for academic, educational and professional publishing. Announcing this winner, the first British astronaut to visit the International Space Station in 2015, and this year he's put pen to paper to tell us all about it. His autobiography, Limitless, is out later this year from Century.
Hello, I'm Tim Peake and I'm delighted to be joining you at the British Book Awards 2020. I'm also really excited this year to be writing my autobiography, Limitless, which is out in October. So I hope you're enjoying these virtual awards and are ready to find out who is the winner of the Academic, Educational and Professional Publisher of the Year. And the winner is Jessica Kingsley Publishers. Congratulations.
Oh my goodness, really? Oh wow, that is amazing. Wow, I am thrilled. Well, I'm absolutely delighted to accept this award on behalf of everybody at JKP. I'd like to say thank you to the team for working so hard and for just delivering so much passion and engagement in driving through our social justice agenda. I think once we're out of lockdown, I think what the pandemic has done is shone a spotlight on society's inequalities in relation to health, education and social care. And so I think there will be a real focus on helping vulnerable groups, and JKP will be there to publish content to support these communities and those who work to support them. So onwards and upwards. Thank you.
Congratulations to our winning Academic, Educational and Professional Publisher of the Year, Jessica Kingsley Publishers. And thanks to Westchester Education Services and, of course, Tim Peake. Now, one of 8 finalists is about to become Children's Bookseller of the Year. Their award is sponsored by Macmillan Children's Books, one of the UK's leading children's publishers. Now, all 8 nominations here share an enormous passion for getting children to read, an indefatigable energy for events and promotions, and a welcome commitment to making the world of books more diverse and inclusive. To present Children's Bookseller are the authors of the highly successful children's book, The Highland Falcon Thief. We're excited to hear about their next book, Kidnap on the California Comet, coming soon from Macmillan Children's Books.
Hello, I'm MG Leonard.
And I'm Sam Sedgman.
And we are the socially distant
authors
of Adventures on Trains. Now, if lockdown has taught us anything, it's the importance of a good story.
And how bookshops are the heart and soul of a community.
Children's bookshops especially so.
So, in these strange times, it's a great honour to be announcing
the Children's Bookseller of the Year.
May I have the envelope, please?
And the winner of the Children's Bookseller of the Year is...
Moon Lane!
Moon Lane!
Moon Lane! Oh, Moon Lane!
Oh my god, that's amazing! That's completely amazing. Oh my god, this is an amazing prize to be awarded. It means so much within the industry in terms of our outreach ability and engaging with publishers, and them knowing that we're working so hard for the whole team. We'll be just so grateful that this has happened, and this is a complete Moon Lane team effort. I'm just happen to be the person here today. There's a huge group of us, there's 10 of us there behind the scenes that have worked endlessly over hours because everybody is driven by our mission to raise equality in children's books, equality of access, representation and roles in the industry. So this is for the Moon Lane team, and particularly a shout out to Paul Chin and Leah Chin, who are my business partners now, and none of this expansion and the reach that we have now in terms of being able to have impact would have been able to happen without them and all the other people working so hard behind the scenes. So thank you very much.
Children's Bookseller of the Year, Moon Lane. And thanks to Macmillan Children's Books, MG Leonard and Sam Sedgman. Our next two trade awards are the British Book Awards for Exports, sponsored by Times Publishing Group and Pansing Distribution, who provide cutting-edge international distribution, retail and warehousing solutions. We start with export sales under £10 million and these three nominations. With data showing that UK publishing's exports are around £3.5 billion, this is an opportunity to shine a light on achievements that too often go unrecognised. We're thrilled to introduce our next presenter. She's just published her 20th novel, and it became a #1 bestseller, and she's up for a Nibby tonight too, for Lies, 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 published by HQ.
Hello, good evening, and I'm so glad that you're all with us tonight. I'm Adele Parks, author of 20 novels, including Lies, Lies, Lies and Just My Luck. And tonight feels very lucky because I've got the opportunity to present a very glossy, shiny award. So tonight I am presenting the British Book Export Award for sales below 10 million. Drum roll, please. I'm very excited, breaking the seal. And the winner of the British Book Award for exports below 10 million is Nosy Crow. Well done and congratulations.
That's a really amazing surprise. My goodness, I don't know what to say. Well, wow, thank you so much to everybody involved in this award. I can't. I'm a little bit shocked and surprised actually for such a young department. I'm really proud. I've got a huge amount of thank yous to do to our distributors, to Pansing in Singapore, to Jonathan Ball and the team in South Africa, and Alan and Unwin in Australia and New Zealand. But the biggest thanks of all goes to my amazing team at the Nosy Crow Nest. So to Peter Newsom, who we couldn't have managed without you. Thank you so much. Your advice and counsel has been invaluable. And Maddie Price, who has looked after some of Europe for us with complete aplomb, and of course Alex Price as well, who's helped us with Alan and Unwin. Thank you so much, and I'm just so proud to take this award back to the Crow's Nest. Thank you.
Congratulations to our winning British Book Award for exports below £10 million, Nosy Crow. And the three nominations for export sales over £10 million have all shown great success and can be seen as benchmarks for others to match themselves against. And we go back to Adele Parks to reveal the winner.
Drum roll again, please. Exciting moment. So, the winner of the British Book Award for exports of over 10 million is Pan Macmillan. Congratulations.
That's amazing. Thank you. Wow, that is incredible. Thank you. I'm absolutely blown away. I'd like to say a few thank yous, if I may. Thank you to the international sales team who have done an amazing job. I'm so proud of them. They go out on the road and are on the front line on a daily basis, and I'm so proud of what they've achieved here. Of course, they wouldn't be able to do their job without the support of everyone back in the office, and so our publishers, our marketing colleagues, our editors, and everyone back in London. And of course, I'd really like to thank the booksellers who we deal with on a regular basis, who are the ones who support us and support our authors and do such an amazing job in such difficult circumstances. And above all, I'd like to thank our wonderful authors, without whom we wouldn't have anything to sell. Finally, a quick thank you, of course, to David Buckland from Pansing, who sponsors this award and who was instrumental in reintroducing this award to the British Book Awards, and it gives recognition to international sales. It reminds everyone how important international sales is in the grand scheme of things. Thank you.
Congratulations to our winning British Book Award for exports over £10 million, Pan Macmillan, and thanks to Times Publishing Group and Pansing Distribution and Adele Parks. Our next award is destined for the Literary Agent of the Year, and it's sponsored by Amazon Publishing, a leading publisher of trade fiction and non-fiction print, Kindle e-books and audiobooks, and who publish critically acclaimed and best-selling authors from around the world. 8 finalists here, who, with sensitive care of their clients, a steadfast attitude towards deal-making and a collaborative approach to publishing, all demonstrate a fine balance of skills. To present this award, the best-selling author of The Girl in the Corner, who also has another book coming out in July with Lake Union Publishing, The Day She Came Back, a brilliant family drama. Here's Amanda Prowse.
Hello everybody. I think the relationship between a writer and an agent is a wonderful and complex one. They are part manager, part confidant, and you take their hand and set off together on the most magical of journeys. And neither of you really knows where you're going to end up, but part of the fun is in the plotting of that journey. I believe that a good agent can make a good writer really great, and it gives me great pleasure now to announce the winner of the Agent of the Year. I'm really nervous. All I've got to do is open it and read it out. Here we go. The British Book Award Literary Agent of the Year is Curtis Brown's Carolina Sutton. Massive congratulations, Carolina. Go and have some bubbles.
Wow, I have won a Nibby. I am humbled and delighted, and I would like to thank the judges and the team at Curtis Brown. You couldn't be a more supportive bunch. Congratulations to my fellow nominees. I admire all of you hugely. It's a tough time in publishing. I would like to dedicate this award to all the writers whose books have been published in the last few weeks. Let's buy your books from independent bookshops. Above all, thank you to my authors. It's your award, it's reflected glory. It's your words that make me leap out of bed and set to work every day, and it's your achievements that matter. I would like to wish the industry imagination, resilience, and perseverance. To quote from Margaret Atwood, remember you are half water. If you can't go through an obstacle, go around it. Water does. I feel like we are all water in publishing right now. I would also like to thank all the writers and activists who are calling for change within our industry. We all have a role to play, and I hope to use the Nibby as a physical reminder of the work I need to do to help this effort. Thank you very much.
The British Book Awards Literary Agent of the Year, Carolina Sutton, and thanks to Amazon Publishing and Amanda Prowse. Now please welcome the best-selling author of the John Rebus thriller series, always a supporter of the British Book Awards and a winner himself. The new John Rebus thriller, A Song for the Dark Times, is out in October from Orion Books.
Hello, I'm Ian Rankin. I'm going to be presenting 2 prizes at the virtual Nibbies. The Rights Professional of the Year and Independent Bookshop of the Year. The first prize I'm presenting today is for the Rights Professional of the Year.
Thanks, Ian. Now, the publishers and agents that these 8 professionals and teams represent all had decent years in the UK, but tenacious deal-making and ceaseless quests for new markets ensure that their international dimensions were even better. And it's back to Ian to reveal our winner.
So I can tell you that the winner is Hachette UK's Rebecca Folland. Congratulations, Rebecca.
Wow, that's brilliant. Okay, well, firstly and obviously, thank you to all the authors and agents who trust us with their stories and let us share them with the world. It's an absolute privilege and it's the best bit of the job. Also, thank you to my amazing team at Hodder, Headline, John Murray and Quercus. Emma and Joanna, Nathaniel, Melissa, Grace, Hannah, Hina, Nick. I hope I haven't missed anybody. And lastly but not leastly, the best ever boss, Jamie Hodder Williams. Thank you.
Congratulations to Rights Professional of the Year. From Hachette UK, Hodder, Headline, John Murray and Quercus, Rebecca Folland. Next, the award for the Independent Bookshop of the Year, sponsored by Gardners, Europe's leading book and entertainment wholesaler, and who are celebrating their 10th anniversary of supporting this award. No fewer than 9 national and regional winners made the shortlist here, a mix of new and long-established names, now competing for the overall prize and the £5,000 from sponsors Gardners that comes with it. To reveal this winner, it's back to Ian Rankin.
Independent Bookshop of the Year this year in the virtual Nibbies is Bookish.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. I'm absolutely thrilled to accept this award. Couldn't do it without my amazing team at Bookish, especially our book-selling team here. And a huge thanks to family and friends that have got us through the last 10 years. My family, especially, for thinking that it was a fine idea to set up a bookshop with no experience in the middle of a recession 10 years ago. To friends that have supported us, come in and help refurbish the new shop. It's been amazing. Really, really appreciate the support. And within the industry, I pretty much need to thank everybody. I think everybody involved within the industry has played some part, however small, in our success. From our amazing reps, I think especially Kate and Alan, they know who they are, and from publicists and authors right the way across the world. And a very, very special thanks to the Booksellers Association. Meryl and the team there have just been so supportive. And my fellow indies. Again, I love being part of the bookselling tribe, and I couldn't do it without you. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Emma, and congratulations to the Independent Bookshop of the Year, Bookish, and thanks to Gardners and Ian Rankin. It's time now to reveal this year's Editor of the Year, sponsoring this award, award-winning arts communications consultancy FMCM. 9 nominations here, who are the engines behind many of 2019's biggest books, but just as dedicated to building the careers of new authors too. Our next presenter's book is up for a Nibby this year for Publicity Campaign of the Year, and their book Tin Can Cook has proved a godsend in lockdown. It's Jack Monroe.
I'm delighted to present this award to an editor who doesn't cynically look for gaps in the publishing market. She runs her fingertips along the cracks in the human condition, along the trembling fault lines of our day-to-day pace of life, and one by one, book by book, cover by cover, spine by spine, she commissions and harnesses the power of words to allow us to heal, to grow, to metamorphosise, and to really change the world, starting with our own. She gives us the kindling and the courage to burn our old worlds down and the tools with which to build a new one. I'm delighted to announce that the British Book Awards Editor of the Year 2020 is Carol Tonkinson. Congratulations, Carol, my long-suffering editor and dear friend. Well done.
Oh my God. That's amazing. I am I'm choked up. That is wonderful. I cannot believe it. Huge thanks to our incredible authors, first and foremost, and creative partners, photographers, food stylists, the incredible small but mighty Team Bluebird, who share this with me, and everyone at PAMAC, Anthony, Jeremy, and our finance director, Laura Borlengi. Finance don't normally get a shout out in these awards, but she's creative and collaborative and has been my mentor from the beginning. So big thank you to everyone at PAMAC and to all the other shortlistees. I'm very honored by this, and a shout out to Ingrid Connell, who was also shortlisted and is an amazing editor, and thank you so much.
Congratulations to the British Book Awards Editor of the Year, Bluebird's Carol Tonkinson, and thanks to FMCM and Jack Monroe. Next, the award for Imprint of the Year, sponsored by market-leading book production specialists Clays. A shortlist of 9 here who between them dominated 2019's bestseller lists and major book prizes. We have a high commendation for what the judges said was joined up, imaginative thinking and impressive growth across the list. It's a high commendation then for Ladybird. Well done to you. To reveal the winner, one of our distinguished Nibbies judges. She's a broadcaster and presenter and resident newsreader on the Radio 2 Breakfast Show.
Hello everyone, I'm Tina Dahealy. Welcome to my Radio 2 Breakfast Show news booth. We are going to have to do this virtually. I'm gutted I can't see you in person, but hope you are having a fun night. Got your glad rags on and a glass of fizz in hand. It's my absolute pleasure to be presenting the Nibbies Award for Imprint of the Year. And, wait for it, the winning imprint goes to... The winning imprint is Avon. Huge congratulations.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Wow. Thank you so much for awarding us Imprint of the Year. I'm absolutely delighted and really speak on behalf of the whole Avon team and all of our authors when I say how happy I am at this. There is no team that deserves it more. They work unbelievably hard. 2019 was a tough year for all of us, and really the Avon team, I just don't know anyone who works quite so hard. Their passion and determination has really shone through, always wanting the best for the books, always wanting the best for the authors. And this is just the most wonderful way to top off that year. So thank you.
Congratulations to Imprint of the Year, Avon, and thanks to Clays and Tina Dahealy. Next, it's Book Retailer of the Year, sponsored by Simon & Schuster, the proud home of best-selling authors and award-winning writers. 7 nominations here who all found fresh and creative ways to promote and sell, and who've helped to keep print books in high demand. And to announce the winner, we're joined by a queen of period biographical fiction, most famously portraying the life of Anne Boleyn in The Other Boleyn Girl. She recently began a brand new series with Simon & Schuster, and the soon-to-be-published Dark Tides continues the story.
Hello, I'm Philippa Gregory, and thank you for inviting me to present this award to the retailers who have worked so hard in the last few months to get books out to the readers. The winner of the British Book Award for Book Retailer of the Year is Waterstones.
Thank you very much. This is a great honour. I know everyone at Waterstones will be delighted. I hope it's a reflection of the hard work that we've put in this year. Thank you to publishers, authors, agents for supporting us. It is especially welcome in these somewhat difficult times. Thank you from all of us.
Thanks, James. Congratulations to the Booksellers Book Retailer of the Year, Waterstones. And thanks to Simon & Schuster and Philippa Gregory. Our next presentation is to the Independent Publisher of the Year. This significant award is sponsored by award-winning digital services agency Firsty Group, who focus almost exclusively on delivering digital services to publishers. The 8 nominations here each show the vibrant personality of the indie sector in trade, children's and specialist markets. And what they might lack in resources, they more than make up for in creativity and can-do attitude. One of those receives the judges' high commendation for what they considered a big turnaround story, publishing very thoughtfully and really well. It's a high commendation for Atlantic Books. Here's an esteemed Nibbies judge who's been judging these books amongst a new book launch and a new baby. We're very grateful for her help.
Hello, I'm Pandora Sykes, the co-host of The High Low and the author of the upcoming essay collection, How Do We Know We're Doing It Right? I'm presenting the award for Independent Publisher of the Year. And the winner is Nosy Crow. Congratulations.
You're kidding. I'm so pleased. We've been shortlisted again and again and again, and that is so amazing. That is so amazing. On a good day,
I feel I have a job that every single publisher envies. To run your own publishing company is just the most extraordinary privilege. And to have that recognised in this way by the judges is amazing. This is Nosy Crow's 10th year of publishing, and we are so proud, many of us having come from corporate backgrounds, we're so proud to be independent and to be part of a fantastic community of independent publishers. We feel we also have a particular affinity with independent bookshops, and I think for everybody who's here tonight, understanding the plight of those and feeling for them and understanding our debt of gratitude to them as they open up at their own risk is something we all need to bear in mind. So thank you to them. I'd also really like to thank Nosy Crow's authors and illustrators and the agents who entrust their authors and illustrators' work to us, to the amazing shareholders who've supported us for 10 years from the moment that we said here is a 3-year plan that we will now promptly ignore, and all the way through, of course, to the staff who've joined us since those very, very early days, some of whom are still with us, many of whom have joined us, of course, since we've grown. They're amazing, and they've never been more amazing than they are at the moment. It's a frightening time to be an independent. It's a challenging time to be independent. It's a wonderful time to be an independent too, and to have this recognition at this moment couldn't mean more. Thank you.
Congratulations to the Independent Publisher of the Year, Nosy Crow, and thanks to Firsty Group and Pandora Sykes. With just 2 to go for part 1, we come now to Children's Publisher of the Year. After another solid year for sales, this shortlist of 8 contenders shows the vast spectrum of children's publishing in the UK. Taking a high commendation here, a publisher that had a really impressive year of growth, innovation and reaching new communities. It's Scholastic. To announce our winner, a talented TV presenter who's turned her hand to children's fiction. She also illustrated her first book, Cookie and the Most Annoying Boy in the World, published by Piccadilly Press.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very honoured to be here today, well, virtually be here, at the Nibbies, and I'm Connie Huck, author of Cookie and the Most Annoying Boy in the World. In case you didn't know, it's a really good book for 7 to 12-year-olds, in case you're looking for anything. But anyway, I digress. It's great to see so many of you out there virtually for this illustrious occasion. And now I will talk no longer, because I have here in my hand the all-important envelope that will tell us who the Children's Publisher of the Year is. So, Children's Publisher of the Year 2020 is... I can open the envelope. I used to read so many of their books as a child, and they're still just as brilliant today. Children's Publisher of the Year award goes to Usborne.
Hi, I'm Peter Usborne. Wow, we won. Thank you, everyone. I'm recording this from home during extraordinary times. COVID has meant closed bookshops and has forced us to rethink how we work. And the Black Lives Matter protests, probably the most significant protests of my lifetime, are a welcome and appropriate wake-up call for all of us. We know that we, and Usborne is very much included, must learn to do better. It's been a great, great privilege to work in children's publishing for over 50 years. I love what I do, and I really am the luckiest man I know. At the age of 82, I still look forward to coming into work every day, because I know that what we do is hugely important and also hugely fun. Thanks to all of you who've helped us over the years, not least to my daughter Nicola, who's now my deputy, to Jenny Tyler, our brilliant publishing director, who's worked with me for over 40 years, and to all our fantastic staff who stay and stay and stay. This award is for them. Thank you again on behalf of all of us at Usborne.
Ladies and gentlemen, Children's Publisher of the Year, Usborne. And thanks to Connie Huck. And so to our final award for part 1, and one of the most hotly contested categories of the British Book Awards, Publisher of the Year. 8 nominations here, incorporating many of the most commercially successful and critically acclaimed books of the year. Now, do we have any fans of the Roy Grace series watching? Well, if we do, we've got a treat for you. His latest collaboration with Graham Bartlett, Babes in the Wood, is out from Pan Macmillan now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's best-selling author Peter James.
I'm delighted to be presenting the Publisher of the Year award. In challenging times, publishers more than ever need to innovate. And this year's winner is a publisher that has consistently innovated for a very long time. It's also a publisher that happens to be very dear to my own heart. At the British Book Award, Publisher of the Year is Pan Macmillan.
Oh dear, I'm overwhelmed. I always mean what I say, and I have said this on 2 other occasions when I was publicly thanking for winning, and that is that it is to do with everyone else. I mean, as I say, I'm carried along by the Pan Macmillan group, and I haven't seen any of them for 3 months. And when they know about this, they will be completely overjoyed. And so really, I can't begin to express 300 people's sense of validation, gratitude, and the acknowledgement of everything they did last year to be so fantastic in a publishing company while we were changing the very basis on which we operated. I'm really, really touched. I'm really touched.
Ladies and gentlemen, British Book Awards Publisher of the Year, Pan Macmillan, and our thanks to Peter James.
Well, that's it for part 1 of the British Book Awards. Huge congratulations to all of the finalists, to our high commendations, and of course to our brilliant winners. Special thanks to you too for joining us. Everyone was invited this year, and we're so glad you came. We'll be back here at 6 o'clock to reveal our books, authors and illustrator winners. In the meantime, please join in with the fun at #Nibbies. Look out for a poetry performance from Elizabeth Acevedo, a Nibbies drawing session with Rob Biddulph, lockdown Nibbies fashion styling tips from Dorno Porter, and learn how to make the perfect Nibbies cocktail thanks to the team at Apotheke. And if that's not enough, you can learn how to make a delicious Nibbies snack with Chetna McCann. So, it's goodbye for now and see you at 6 o'clock. Remember, whatever you do, share it at #Nibbies. Cheers.
Hello and thanks for tuning in. It's just 5 minutes until the start of the presentation of the British Book Awards 2020. Just 5 minutes. 60 seconds to go now before we reveal this year's winners in the British Book Awards 2020. So get ready. Hello and welcome to the second instalment of the British Book Awards 2020 digital ceremony. Here's Chief Executive of the bookseller, Nigel Roby.
Welcome back to the Nibbies, the British Book Awards brought to you by the bookseller. I hope you had a nice Nibbies cocktail. Check out all the pictures at #Nibbies. What fantastic shortlists and winners. And this year, more than ever, with friends and colleagues apart, the joy of winning a Nibbie was there to see. My personal favourites, Jacaranda Press for winning Small Press of the Year and Bookish for Indie Bookshop. Some joy in a tumultuous year. If you missed anything, it's all up on thebookseller.com/awards. And now we're on to author, illustrator and books of the year and what shortlists we have. Great books, great writing and commercial success. Before I hand over, a personal thank you to my colleagues at the bookseller for their hard work, humour and support, and to the inspirational book trade, a privilege. Cheers. Now it's back to Alan for our first Book of the Year award.
We start with the Book of the Year Non-Fiction Lifestyle, supported by BookGig, a dedicated events channel run by the bookseller featuring hundreds of virtual and live book events. And to present this award, an author who's sold 25 million books worldwide. Her most famous book, P.S. I Love You, now has a sequel. Postscript is out now from HarperCollins, and we're excited for what's to come from her next novel in 2021.
Hello, I'm Cecilia Hearn, and I'm honoured to announce the winner of the Non-Fiction Lifestyle Book of the Year. Let's take a look at the finalists.
Thanks, Cecilia. On the shortlist here, From Bloomsbury, Dishoom by Shamil Thakrar, Kavi Thakrar and Navid Nazir. From Michael Joseph, Hinch Yourself Happy by Mrs. Hinch. From Bluebird, Pinch of Nom by Kate Allinson and Kay Featherstone. From Penguin Life, The Book You Wish Your Parents Had Read by Philippa Perry. From Ebury, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse by Charlie Mackesy. And from Michael Joseph, Veg by Jamie Oliver. And it's back to Cecilia to reveal our winner.
And the winner of the Non-Fiction Lifestyle Book of the Year is Pinch of Nom.
Thank you so much for awarding us with the Non-Fiction Lifestyle Book of the Year at the Nibbies. It's an honour to receive this award, and we want to thank the judges and everyone at the Nibbies and the bookseller for recognising us and our book in such an unexpected way.
Believe it or not, I really wanted to self-publish, but a very good friend convinced me otherwise, so thanks also to them.
It's been an incredible journey, and we have so many incredible people to thank, so we better get a move on.
Yep. To our amazing team who worked hard with us on the book, to our publisher Carol Tomkinson alongside Breed, Martha, Jodie and everyone at Bluebird and Pam Macmillan who brought this book to life, to Claire Hulton, our agent.
We'd also like to say a massive thank you to our community and every single reader.
Thank you, honestly, this is such an honour and we wish everyone a great night.
Non-fiction lifestyle book of the year, Kate Allinson and Kay Featherstone's Pinch of Nom from Bluebird, and thanks to Cecilia Ahern. The next two awards are supported by World Book Day, the charity dedicated to celebrating the benefits of reading for pleasure for all children. They want every child and young person in the UK and Ireland to have a book of their own and benefit from shared reading. And to present these, his latest viral project has taken lockdown by storm and has certainly been stuck in our heads for a while. Who knew a little ditty about a baked potato could lift our spirits so much? He even has his own Thank You Baked Potato book out with Egmont.
Hello, I'm Matt Lucas. I'm here with The Baked Potato, and we're presenting 2 awards today, and the first one is for children's fiction. Let's take a look at the nominations.
On the children's fiction shortlist, from Electric Monkey, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. From Simon & Schuster Children's Books, A Pinch of Magic by Michelle Harrison. From Macmillan Children's Books, The 117-Story Treehouse by Andy Griffiths, illustrated by Terry Denton. From HarperCollins Children's Books, The Beast of Buckingham Palace by David Walliams, illustrated by Tony Ross. From Bloomsbury Children's Books, The Good Thieves by Catherine Rundle. And from Orion Children's Books, The Star Outside My Window by Anjali Q. Rauf.
The winner for Children's Fiction Book of the Year is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder.
I'm Holly Jackson and I cannot believe that A Good Girl's Guide to Murder has just won Children's Book of the Year. Words are failing me, literally. I want to thank the judges so much. I am so incredibly grateful and honoured that you would choose this book, especially this year with such an amazing shortlist. I want to thank my agent, Sam Copeland, who is the best agent in the world. Although don't tell him that, because he doesn't need to get any bigger head. I want to thank Egmont, Ali Dougal and Lindsay Heaven for believing in me from the start, and the team at Electric Monkey, Sarah, Jazz, Trevor and Hilary. Thank you so much for helping me bring this book out into the world. I want to thank my mum and dad, because you're supposed to. Thanks for buying me books and letting me build little hamster runs out of them. Thanks to Ben for feeding me and keeping me alive while I write these books. And mostly I want to say thank you so much to booksellers up and down the country who got behind this book in a really big way, foisting it aggressively on everyone who came in the store. Thank you so much. And to everyone who's read the book, I'm so glad that you have found your inner detective with me. And thank you, thank you, thank you.
Congratulations to Holly Jackson and Electric Monkey for A Good Girl's Guide to Murder.
Moving on now to Children's Illustrated and Non-Fiction Book of the Year, and the nominations are
From Hodder Children's Group, Heartstopper Volume 1 by Alice Oseman. From Puffin, Look Up by Nathan Bryan, illustrated by Dapo Adiola. Also from Puffin, On the Origin of Species by Sabina Radeve. From Elliot and Thompson, co-created with Simon & Schuster Children's, Prisoners of Geography by Tim Marshall, illustrated by Grace Easton and Jessica Smith. From Alison Green Books, The Smeds and the Smoos by Julia Donaldson, illustrated by Axel Scheffler. And from Wren and Rook, You Got This by Bryony Gordon. And with news of this winner, it's back to Matt Lucas.
Non-Fiction Book goes to The Smeds and the Smoos.
Wonderful. Well, I'm really overwhelmed. It's difficult to know what to say, but obviously I really, really want to thank most of all Axel for doing such wonderful pictures in the book. And of course, our great editor, Alison Green, and the designer, Zoe Tucker, and then also, last but certainly not least, Penelope Dawkes, the wonderful publicist at Scholastic.
Well, I'd like to thank Julia for coming up with this wonderful text, and everybody at Scholastic, of course, and not to forget all the readers and book buyers who bought the book and obviously loved it, because many, many people bought it. So, and I hope they all I hope they entertain and enjoy the story, but also think about it a little bit.
Congratulations to the Children's Illustrated and Non-Fiction Book of the Year, Julia Donaldson, Axel Scheffler and Alison Green Books for The Smeds and The Smoos. And our thanks to World Book Day, as well as Matt Lucas and his baked potato friend. Our next Non-Fiction Book of the Year award is for Narrative, supported by The Telegraph, one of the UK's leading quality news brands, whose digital content reaches more than 25 million users across the UK. To present this award, an editor, writer, activist and co-founder of the Big Book Weekend, they're also the bookseller's Future Book Person of the Year 2019. Here's Kit Duval.
This is the award for narrative non-fiction. These writers have brought structure and artistry to help us to understand some of the big themes of the day. Never have we needed them more. Let's take a look at some of the finalists.
On the non-fiction narrative shortlist, from Chatto and Windus, Invisible Women by Caroline Criado Perez. From Hodder and Stoughton, Lady in Waiting by Anne Glenn-Connor. From Pan Macmillan, Me by Elton John. From Doubleday, The Body by Bill Bryson. From Bloomsbury Circus, 3 Women by Lisa Taddeo. And from Picador, 'Twas the Night Shift Before Christmas by Adam Kay.
The non-fiction narrative winner is 3 Women.
I don't know. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who liked my book. And this is probably the most incredible honor that I've felt since it having been published. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to the British Book Awards, to Bloomsbury, to everyone on the staff of Bloomsbury, to my agent in the UK, Catherine Summerhays, to my agent in the US, Jennifer Joel, to everybody. Jake, Savannah, I've never done this before, so my gratitude is massive. So thank you so much. Oh, and my husband my husband needs to know this. So thank you so much. I'm so grateful, and just thank you.
Non-fiction narrative book of the year, Lisa Taddeo's 3 Women from Bloomsbury Circus. And thanks to Kit Duval and The Telegraph. Next up, we have the Book of the Year award for crime and thriller, supported by Stylist, who help market thousands of global brands, keeping a commitment to feminism, equality and female empowerment at the heart of everything they do. To announce the winner is a TV presenter, producer and director who releases his debut crime novel, The Thursday Murder Club, in September from Viking. It's been hailed as a little beacon of pleasure in the midst of the gloom.
Hello there, hope you're all enjoying the British Book Awards. I'm Richard Osman. Now, you may know me best as a television presenter, but as you can see from the beard, I'm now an author. My debut novel, The Thursday Murder Club, comes out on September the 3rd. As you can tell by the title, it's a crime novel, so I'm absolutely delighted to be presenting the Crime and Thriller Book of the Year. Let's take a look at the nominees.
From Bantam Press, Blue Moon by Lee Child. From Little Brown, How the Dead Speak by Val McDermid. From Dark Skies Publishing, Imposter by L.J. Ross. From Atlantic Books, My Sister the Serial Killer by Oyinkan Braithwaite. From HarperCollins, The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley. And from Orion, The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides.
A brilliant list of nominees, but there can only be one winner. Who's it going to be? The winner of the Crime and Thriller Book of the Year is... Congratulations to My Sister the Serial Killer.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. Thank you. Thank you to the British Book Award. Thank you to the Nibbies. Thank you to Atlantic. I mean, I'm thankful that the UK has embraced this book so completely. You know, like I said earlier, London is a second home for me, and you know, so it feels like I'm being embraced by a place that I love, a place I grew up in, and you know, as someone who's been dreaming of being a writer since she was like 8, I am incredibly, incredibly thankful. You know, I hope I continue to do everybody proud who has believed in me and my journey and this book. You know, and thank you. I just thank you so much.
Crime and Thriller Book of the Year, My Sister the Serial Killer by Oyinkan Braithwaite from Atlantic Books. And thanks to Richard Osman and Stylist. Next, it's the debut book of the year in partnership with the Zoella Book Club. Founded in 2016, Zoe and her team feature one book a month to read with their followers that ignites reflection, happiness and conversation. To announce this Nibby, they're a public speaker and former MP for Liverpool Wavertree, in which they became the first ever shadow cabinet member for mental health.
My name is Luciana Berger, and it has been such a privilege to be involved in this year's British Book Awards. It's certainly been one of my lockdown highlights to have had the opportunity to read so many brilliant books. Let's look at who's in contention for this next award.
On the shortlist we have from Wildfire, Fleischmann is in Trouble by Taffy Brodessa Akner. From Blue Moose Books, Leonard and Hungry Paul by Ronan Hession. From Trapeze, Queenie by Candice Carty-Williams. From the Borough Press, The Binding by Bridget Collins. From Viking, The Confessions of Franny Langton by Sarah Collins. And from Zafra, The Familiars by Stacey Halls.
And the winner of the Fiction Debut Trophy is Queenie.
Amazing. I want to thank my entire publishing team from the beginning to the end. I'm going to do first names. Katie, Kate, Sarah, Rebecca, Maura, Leanne, obviously Jo Unwin, my agent, who is the most incredible person and has held me mentally and physically this whole time, from the beginning until now and beyond. And I would like to thank all of the readers and everyone who gave me a voice, gave Queenie a voice, gave Queenie an identity. I would obviously like to thank the British Book Awards. And don't want to thank my friends and family. Yeah, thank you to them for always holding me down. That's a very nice thing too. But mainly, thank you to the readers. I'm so grateful for them. And thank you to all of my fellow shortlisted authors. You're amazing.
Congratulations to the debut book of the year, Trapeze's Queenie by Candice Carty-Williams. And thanks to Luciana Berger and the Zoella Book Club. Our next Book of the Year award is for fiction and is in partnership with the TLS, who bring together the world's most interesting thinkers and stylish writers. Here to present the award is a best-selling author, broadcaster and co-founder of the Women's Prize for Fiction. Her next book, The City of Tears, will be published in January by Pan Macmillan.
Hello, I'm Kate Moss and I'm delighted to be presenting the Fiction Book of the Year. On the pages of a novel we can travel anywhere in the world and at any time. We can see our own experiences reflected back at us, and we can see into the hearts of people completely different from us. And most of all, when times are a little bit tough, and let's face it, they have been a little bit tough, we are connected through the novels that we read, the familiar friends that we go back to time and time again. So before I tell you who's won, let's see the amazing books on this year's shortlist.
Thanks, Kate. On the fiction shortlist, from Zafra, Silka's Journey by Heather Morris. From Hamish Hamilton, Girl, Woman, Other by Bernardine Evaristo. From HQ, Lies, Lies, Lies by Adele Parks. From Michael Joseph, The Giver of Stars by Jojo Moyes. By Penguin Random House Children's and David Fickling Books, The Secret Commonwealth by Philip Pullman. And from Chatto and Windus, The Testaments by Margaret Atwood.
What an absolutely fantastic shortlist. But now, the moment of truth. I have the envelope here. You need to provide your own drum roll, I think. And I'm going to open it up. I'm delighted to say that the winner of the Fiction Book of the Year 2020 for the virtual Nibbies is Girl, Woman, Other by Bernardine Evaristo.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm crying. I never cry. It's like it's worth waiting 40 years when these things come along. I'm 61 years of age now. And to suddenly, get these things like the Booker and now this, it's just phenomenal. So I am so thrilled to win this prize. It's wonderful. I feel incredibly blessed. I want to thank my publisher, Simon Prosser of Hamish Hamilton of Penguin Random House, because he has published me, as I say, as many times as I need to for the last 20 years. Not made much of a financial return on me, but always been there as a safe house for my experimental, very African diasporic literature. And I feel so grateful to him. So I would not be here. I would not be probably not publishing this book, or perhaps even not writing this book if it wasn't for Simon Prosser. And of course, the team at Hamish Hamilton and Penguin Random House, because there are many, many people who support the careers of writers. So I really want to say thank you to them. I want to say thank you to the bookshops who have promoted my work. And, that's also so important. It's part of the infrastructure that keeps us going. And of course, my agent, Emma Patterson at Aitken Alexander, my former agent, Carolina Sutton at Curtis Brown, and all the teams at those agencies as well, who again work to support writers. So we walk off with the prizes, but actually there are so many people who make this happen for us. So I just want to thank them, and my husband, who is in the other room, and he probably heard me go, ah! So thank you so much. This is wonderful. And it's wonderful.
Fiction Book of the Year, Girl, Woman, Other by Bernardine Evaristo from Hamish Hamilton, and thanks to Kate Moss and the TLS. Audiobooks come under the judges' scrutiny next. This award is supported by Times Radio, the new live speech and news radio station launched today, featuring well-known presenters including John Pienaar, Mariella Frostrup and Asma Mir. Now to present Audiobook of the Year is a talented journalist, presenter and writer. His latest book, Elizabethans, How Britain Happened, is coming soon from HarperCollins.
Hello everybody, Andrew Marr here. I'm delighted to be presenting Audiobook of the Year. I've been spending the time in lockdown preparing the last bits of my new book, Elizabethans, a kind of social and attitudinal history of the British during the Queen's reign. But like everybody else, I've been obsessed by books, reading more than ever in my life before, and in particular enjoying some great audiobooks. So without any more ado, let's have a look at who are the finalists.
Thank you, Andrew. And the audiobooks on the shortlist are from Macmillan, Gotta Get Through This by Louis Theroux. From W.F. Howe's My Sister the Serial Killer by Oyinkan Braithwaite, narrated by Warucha Opie. From Bonnier Books, The Beekeeper of Aleppo by Christy Lefteri, narrated by Art Malik. From Audible, The Body by Bill Bryson. From Bloomsbury, The Madness of Crowds by Douglas Murray. And then 3 from Penguin Random House Audio. The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood, narrated by Elizabeth Moss, Bradley Whiteford, Amy Landecker et al. The Testaments, also by Margaret Atwood, narrated by Anne Dowd, Bryce Dallas Howard, Derek Jacobi et al. And The Secret Commonwealth by Philip Pullman, narrated by Michael Sheen.
And so to the moment itself, the winner of Audiobook of the Year is The Testaments.
You're kidding! Oh, that's fantastic. What an honor, really. Thank you. I remember being in London at the National Theatre when Margaret released her novel, The Testaments, how beautiful the audience was, and then to be able to take it to the next step of an audiobook, which was unfamiliar to me. The privilege of carrying on as Lydia in the hands of the genius of Margaret Atwood and the publishers that took me by the hand and showed me how. I would love to speak with my colleagues one day who recorded also. I know they were wonderful. And my deep gratitude to all of you. Thank you.
Audiobook of the Year, Penguin Random House Audio's The Testaments by Margaret Atwood, and thanks to Andrew Marr and Times Radio. Next up, we have a very special award, the Best of the Nibbies at 30, celebrating 30 years of the Nibbies. For 30 years, the British Book Awards have celebrated and rewarded everything that's good about British publishing. And for this anniversary award, the shortlist consists of 10 titles, which have been whittled down from 30 of the best and most iconic books to have picked up a Nibbie. And the 11th book comes as a wild card, a book that didn't win a Nibbie, but perhaps ought to have. And the winner was chosen by a panel of selected judges. So taking the Best of the Nibbies at 30 award, it's J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Hello everyone, I hope you're enjoying the virtual Nibbies. It is a massive honour to receive the 30th anniversary Best of the Nibbies award for Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. It's particularly meaningful because the first award Harry ever won was a Nibbie. I was absolutely petrified walking up to that gigantic stage, and I was so proud and thrilled to return to my seat holding a giant golden pen nib. I want to thank Bloomsbury for taking a risk on a totally unknown author, and I want to thank the 2 British editors who worked with me on the series, Emma Mathewson and Barry Cunningham. I'd received so many rejection letters, and I vividly remember at our first lunch, Barry turning to me and saying, "You know, I think this could be quite popular." I've recently returned to children's writing with the Ichabog, and it's reminded me that there is no joy like interacting with young readers. Since childhood, books have been my greatest refuge, and nothing makes me prouder than to think that my books have been that for other people. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm absolutely thrilled to be here and so delighted that Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone has won the Nibbie for the greatest Nibbie of the last 30 years for being the most influential book and the best book of that period. Huge congratulations to Jo Rowling for this. Publishing Harry Potter has really been the most exciting experience which any publisher could dream of, and we've been very lucky to do it. I'd especially like to thank all of the booksellers who were in right from the beginning in 1997, helping to make this global phenomenon ignite from the early bonfires here in the UK. This was completely unstoppable. I'd like to thank the judges of the Nibbies. I'd like to thank all booksellers. I'd like to thank my colleagues at Bloomsbury, particularly those of the past who worked on this, but a number of us are still there. And thank you to everyone at Bloomsbury. But particularly, I'd like to thank booksellers, illustrators, librarians, teachers, parents, printers, and distributors. They were terribly important in the huge logistical phenomenon that was Harry Potter. But most of all, J.K. Rowling, whose marvelous imagination brought this worldwide revolution to all of the world. Thank you, Jo.
Congratulations to the British Book Awards Best of the Nibbies at 30, J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Time now to reveal the British Book Awards Illustrator of the Year. To announce this year's recipient, here's the illustrator of Wolves and many, many more gorgeous children's books published by Pan Macmillan, each book filled with endearing characters that capture the hearts of her readers.
My name is Emily Gravitt and I am here in my studio to present the British Book Awards Illustrator of the Year, and I'm really, really excited because it happens to be one of my favourite illustrators. So, without further ado, and as if by magic, let's find out who it is. This illustrator is beloved of generations of children and their parents, and is the creator of more than 50 picture books, including classics which continue to sell and grow in influence every day. His most famous character, a colourful and very distinctive patchwork elephant, gives a gentle message of inclusion and self-acceptance, and it remains as popular as ever after last year celebrating its 30th anniversary. The anniversary edition alone sold more than 40,000 copies in 2019. This year he celebrates 40 years of another classic featuring neglectful parents, a small monster and a child called Bernard. Then, of course, there is the time travel and adventurer Mr. Ben and the childlike King Rollo. As his longtime publisher Anderson Press has said, what better way to honour the living legend that is David McKee? In our minds, he is not only illustrator of this year, but of every year. So congratulations to David McKee on becoming the British Book Awards Illustrator of the Year.
Hello everyone. My name is Klaus Flügge. I am the publisher and founder of Anderson Press. And I've been publishing David for over 50 years now. He's sorry not to be here. He's stuck in France and has no computer and no iPhone. But he asked me to give you a little note. And the little note says, the last time I won a prize was the Enid Blyton Sunny Story coloring competition, and he came second. And that was 2 years ago, and he lied about his age. So he says again, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Congratulations to Illustrator of the Year David McKee, and thanks to Emily Gravitt. And so to the Author of the Year. It's sponsored by Monte Grappa, purveyors of fine Italian writing instruments since 1912. And yes, the winner will be receiving one of these beautiful bespoke pens soon. This award treads the line between the hard numbers of the bestseller lists and writing excellence. But beyond that, it seeks out writers who've contributed to the common good of the whole of the book world. Our presenter is one of this year's Nibby's judges and Director of Arts at the BBC. He's worked on the BBC's Culture in Quarantine series to bring cultural delight to us in lockdown. It's Jonty Claypole.
Back in 2001, the bookseller described this author's debut novel as something completely different, a fresh and original historical novel narrated in verse. 6 more novels followed, with the author exploring ideas of race, class and migration, and always producing work that was bold, inventive and daring. Long acknowledged and admired as a writer's writer. Then 2019 happened, and this writer became the author everyone was talking about, with her 8th novel, an ambitious and innovative novel told in 12 voices that has dazzled critics and readers alike. The novel was a cultural event, and it also saw her make history as the first black woman to win the Booker Prize. She has since used her growing platform to advocate for a better, more inclusive publishing business and a more equal society. I was personally delighted that she took part in the Big Book Weekend, the virtual book festival with BBC Arts, supported as part of our Culture in Quarantine initiative. She also created a superb monologue from the viewpoint of COVID-19 for BBC Two's Lockdown Culture. For all this and more, Bernardine Evaristo is the British Book Awards Author of the Year. Congratulations, Bernardine.
What? WTF? What? WTF? WTF? Wow. Wow. I just feel so blessed and so grateful. And as I said earlier, the age of 61, and I keep saying that because people think, you know, if you don't achieve your dreams by the age of 30, that's it. You know, you're sort of never going to get there. And, you know, I've been in this game a very long time and it's so sweet. And that is wonderful. So thank you. And thank you to the judges, of course. Thank you to the judges and thank you to the awards, the British Book Awards. Wow.
Congratulations then to the British Book Awards 2020 Author of the Year, Bernardine Evaristo. And thanks to Monty Grapper and Jonty Claypole. Our final Book of the Year award goes to one of the 8 brilliant books we've already celebrated, as it's crowned the overall Book of the Year. To reveal this prestigious winner, a writer, comedian, broadcaster, actor, producer, whose newest book, published by Trapeze, will guide you on an eclectic meander through the calendar year, illuminating neglected corners of history and fascinating new figures to meet. Please welcome Sandi Toksvig.
Hello there, how lovely to take part in these esteemed awards, although how odd to be doing it from my own library in front of my own books. I'm sure a lot of authors find lockdown a little less odd than other professions. Certainly we've been able to carry on easier than chiropodists. I've actually taken the time to write an almanac for next year. You'll know it's mine. It's called the Toksvig Almanac. Straightforward. Lots of great work being admired in these awards, but I have the honour of announcing the overall Book of the Year. Let's take a look at the finalists.
Thank you, Sandi. Now here's a reminder of the 8 contenders for this coveted title, Book of the Year. Non-fiction lifestyle winner, Bluebird, Pinch of Nom by Kate Allinson and Kay Featherston. Children's fiction winner, Electric Monkey, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. Children's illustrated and non-fiction winner from Alison Green Books, The Smeds and the Smooths by Julia Donaldson, illustrated by Axel Scheffler. Audiobook winner from Penguin Random House Audio, The Testaments by Margaret Atwood. Non-fiction narrative winner, Bloomsbury Circus, 3 Women by Lisa Taddeo. The crime and thriller winner from Atlantic Books, My Sister the Serial Killer by Oyinkan Braithwaite. Fiction debut winner from Trapeze, Queenie by Candice Carty-Williams. And fiction winner from Hamish Hamilton, Girl, Woman, Other by Bernardine Evaristo. 8 fine contenders, but only one of those can be overall Book of the Year.
Right, in a traditional manner, and because we still need a little, if distant, tension, the winner of the British Book Award Overall Book of the Year is Queenie. Well done. I've nothing to give you but socially distant love.
Wow! No! That is wild! Sorry, can I swear? Can I swear? That's amazing. Fuck. Okay. Woo! Wow. I had a look into... I've always sort of looked at these lists because I've been part of publishing, and I understand that the Book of the Year has been going for a long time, and I'm the first Black winner, and the first Black woman to win it. Now that's the case, which is amazing, and I'm proud of myself, obviously in ways, but I guess I would like to be prouder of the publishing industry. And I don't, as much as I write my work, I don't doubt that there are books by Black women who have come before me who are also deserving of that prize, but maybe those voices weren't seen or heard. And so I think that with everything going on at the moment, I think it's amazing to have won this. And I also know that there's a lot more work to be done. I know there's a lot more change and a lot more active work and activism to be put into making sure that I'm not the first person to have won this sort of prize in such a long time. And the last thing that I will say is that the last words in Queenie that I wrote were Black Lives Matter, and it feels really important to say that again here, and to say that as such a big part of my acceptance speech, because I'm really proud of who I am and I'm proud of where I've come from. And against all the odds, I've managed to get to this place. And I just hope that more people like me get to do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the British Book Awards overall Book of the Year: Queenie, Candice Carty-Williams and Trapeze. And thanks to Sandy Toksvig.
Many congratulations to all of our winners wherever you are. Enjoy your celebrations and do keep up the fantastic work. Goodbye for now. I'm looking forward to seeing you next year at Grosvenor House. Stay safe and see you soon.